Everyone thinks people test you because they're mean or because you got unlucky with the wrong people, but that's not the real reason. Most of the time, people test you because your signals are unclear. They're checking what they can get away with. Today, I'm going to show you 5 simple ways to change your signals so people stop testing you. These aren't hard, but most people never learn them because they keep trying to be nicer instead of being clearer. If you start doing these, you'll feel calmer fast. You'll stop over-explaining. People will back off without a fight. So let's jump right in. 1. They don't explain themselves when they don't need to. Here's what most people do. Someone pushes a little. A rude comment. A small disrespect. A joke that's not really a joke. And you feel it. So you start explaining. You defend yourself. You give reasons. You try to sound fair. But people who don't get tested do something different. They don't rush to prove they're right. They don't hand out a full speech. They keep it short. Think about it. At work, someone tries to dump their task on you last minute. Most people say yes, then complain later. Or they say no and explain for 2 minutes. The calm person just says, "I can't take that on." That's it. With friends, someone keeps showing up late like your time doesn't matter. Most people laugh it off, then feel resentful. The calm person says, "If you're late again, I'm leaving at the time we agreed." Simple. Online, someone tries to bait you. Most people write paragraphs. The calm person doesn't. When you stop over-explaining, something weird happens. People feel the boundary. They don't see an opening to argue. They see you as someone who decides, not someone who negotiates their own respect. Short is strong. That's the takeaway. 2. They correct things early, not after it becomes a pattern. Here's what most people do. They let small things slide. They don't want to be dramatic. They tell themselves it's not a big deal. And then the same thing happens again and again. And now it's a pattern. But people who don't get tested do something different. They correct it the first time, calmly, without anger, without a big scene. At school or work, someone keeps interrupting you when you talk. Most people wait, get annoyed, and then one day they snap. The calm person says early, "Hold on, I wasn't finished," then continues. In a relationship, someone makes little digs like, "You're so sensitive," or "Relax, it was a joke." Most people swallow it, then carry it for weeks. The calm person says the first time, "Don't talk to me like that," then moves on. In traffic, someone tries to cut in and push you out of your lane. Most people either rage or freeze. The calm person stays steady and doesn't reward the push. When you correct things early, you don't need a big boundary later. Early correction is like trimming a small weed. Late correction is like ripping out a whole tree. Small today saves you from chaos tomorrow. That's the takeaway. 3. They don't match disrespect with emotion. Here's what most people do. Someone tests them and their face changes. Their tone changes. They get loud. They get sarcastic. They get defensive. They start performing hurt or anger. But people who don't get tested do something different. They stay boring. They stay steady. They don't give the test a big reaction. Because tests feed on emotion. Tests are looking for reward. If your reaction is big, the other person learns they can control your mood. Think about a coworker who likes to push buttons. If you get mad, they feel powerful. If you try to win the moment, they keep coming back. Think about a friend who likes to tease you in front of others. If you laugh too hard, you look like you're begging for approval. If you explode, you look unstable. But if you stay calm and say, "Don't do that," with a normal face, the room changes. Think about family members who throw little comments to see if you'll bite. If you bite every time, you train them. This doesn't mean you accept disrespect. It means you correct it without giving it your nervous system. Calm is not weakness. Calm is control. That's the takeaway. 4. They make requests like a leader, not like a beggar. Here's what most people do. They ask for basic respect, like they're asking for a favor. They soften everything. They add "sorry" before they even speak. They try to sound harmless so no one gets upset. But people who don't get tested do something different. They speak like what they're asking for is normal, because it is. At work, instead of, "Sorry, can you maybe not send this so late?" they say, "Send it before 5 so I can handle it properly." Clean. With friends, instead of, "I don't know, if you want, we can meet," they say, "I can meet at 6. If not, let's do another day." Clear. In dating, instead of trying to be cool while you're uncomfortable, you say, "I'm not okay with that." Not angry, not begging, just true. When your words sound uncertain, people test you to see if you mean it. When your words sound clear, people relax. Even strong people relax. Because clear rules create safety. You don't need a tough voice. You need a clear one. That's the takeaway. 5. They walk away from the tiny power games. Here's what most people do. They stay in the game. They try to win the argument. They try to prove their point. They stay in the back and forth because they think leaving means losing. But people who don't get tested do something different. They exit the game fast. When someone tries to turn a simple conversation into a debate, you don't have to join. When someone keeps pushing your boundary, you don't have to keep explaining it. When someone tries to embarrass you, you don't have to perform your pain. At work, if someone keeps disrespecting your time, you stop being available. You reply later. You set the rule once. Then you act on it. With friends, if someone keeps making you the joke, you don't wait until they change. You stop showing up to that dynamic. You limit access. Online, if someone is fishing for a reaction, you don't feed them. You mute, block, move on. This is the part people don't want to hear. Some people keep testing you because they enjoy the power, and the only way to stop that is to remove the power. Respect grows where access is earned. Not everyone deserves your presence. That's the takeaway. Here's what this all means. People stop testing you when your signals are clear. You stop over-explaining. You correct things early. You don't hand out big emotions as rewards. You speak like respect is normal. You don't need to be born confident. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to be scary. You just need to think differently than most people. Most people try to earn respect by being liked, but respect comes from clarity, and clarity comes from actions you repeat. Now here's what I want you to do right now. Pick just one of these 5 habits. Don't try to do all of them at once. That's how most people fail. Maybe you want to stop over-explaining, or maybe you want to correct things early. Choose one and practice it for the next week. And if you want more videos like this, hit subscribe and ring the notification bell. Give it a thumbs up if this helped you, and drop a comment below. Which one are you going to try first? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.